All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Halfling Wizard Productions and this episode of WindRiders of Aria. I am Will, or the Halfling Wizard, and I shall be your pilot for this evening. And we're going to go around, let everybody introduce themselves, tell us who they are, who they're playing, and because of what happened last episode, where are they at right now? Like in their minds and their brains and their feelings and their everything. Because yeah, and then we'll get to the story in a little bit. But we're going to start across the way here with MC Henry.
Hey everybody, I am MC Henry. I am playing Entourage, going under the parody guise of Douglas Lamora. Um, I think Entourage's pretty excited. I think to be flying this stolen airship and seeing what's all in there. I don't know if necessarily any of the realities of what happened have really sunk into him at all. I think he's pretty much just happy.
That's fair. That's totally fair. All right, let's go with Wormslayer.
Hi everybody, I am Old Worm Slayer and I'll be playing Gath, aka Redbeard, and he's thinking, I hope they don't the base doesn't open fire on us in this ship.
No guarantees. No guarantees whatsoever. All right, Kel. Who is either double muted or not there.
No, I was double muted. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. But I'm Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King, playing A, the chief engineer of the ship. And A's just happy that his device actually worked.
Indeed. We were all happy that it worked. All right. And last but not least, Lisa.
Hello, I'm Lisa. I play Katarina, aka Falcon in Pirate Guys. She has a headache. I think she's a little stressed. She's not gonna relax until this ship and the crew and the captain are safely back where we're supposed to be. Her job's not over.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. And of course, we are down one player tonight. Riku, who plays Captain Kedek, is on a flight back home, and he wouldn't get home in time for this, but that's okay. We're gonna move on and do some stuff without him, and that is just Jim Dandy. So when last we were here, the team did a nighttime drop to an island that is run by a pirate faction that's pretty high up in the syndicate, in the Black Flag Syndicate. And they infiltrated the island pretty well, I have to admit, up until the very end when things went a little wonky. The target got away, and folks went after them. Some folks tried to do some fancy flying and then got shot down. Some people were falling down the shaft, and then another person was falling down with them. Eventually, they did save themselves, but the heroes of the day were actually Entourage and Chief Adder, as they captured the target that everyone was trying to get hold of. They saw him running, they tackled him, and everyone got on. We had also planted explosives in some of the crucial parts of the island. We got on. The team stole a ship, an airship, that was on the landing pad, took off, and as they were taking off, the explosion happened and ripped a massive basically a tear through the center of the island. The ocean sort of poured in, um, sort of setting off the volcanic reaction, basically just annihilating the island and anybody that was on it. The ship that you're on, it does sort of need some tender, loving care because it's you first. You're flying with a skeleton crew. Second, the ship itself looks like it was damaged, and they were in the process of repairing it.
Mm.
So the black, sorry, not the Black Tide Syndicate, but the ship that you're on, even though it is in the air, we don't know if it's going to stay there or not. So you guys are in the air, and you're heading back towards your base. It's still night. You can still, in the distance behind you, you can see the sort of horizon lighting up from the island, still in a volcanic expanse sort of phase. What is everybody doing? So let's start with let's go to the command deck. Who's on the command deck?
I
We
think
know Carrick
Lieutenant
is.
Adder.
Adder's flying. He's navigating. I don't know if Antarak. I think you were up there with him, weren't you? I want to say Antarak was up there with him. Henry, can you hear me? You seem frozen. He seems frozen, so that's okay.
Blink if you can hear us.
I know. It looks like he's coming back in. Oh, look, there's two of him. There you are. So, as I was saying, I believe you and Adder were on the command deck. I think y'all were flying the ship at this point.
Oh, okay.
So, I believe that you guys were. I believe you guys were up there flying. So, what's Antarak doing out there? Adder's doing his best to fly, but
Yeah. I think he's trying to see if he can assess now, like how badly the ship is wounded. If there's any way to figure that out from a diagnostic, or if we need to do like what do you call that? A room by room check.
Is the check oil light on? You know?
Yeah. is the coolant in the overheating position, or do we need to?
you can roll a mechanics check, a mechanical check.
Okay. I'm not great at that, but I'm not horrible at it. Let's see here. Got a 6.
Okay. So, as you're sort of looking around the bridge, it's not like anything that you're familiar with. And neither is Adder really. I mean, he's probably a little more familiar with it than you are, but even he's sort of like, I don't really know what's. All I know is this. Just push this way and it goes forward. Pull it this way, it goes back. Go this way, it goes left. This way, it goes right. So I'm gonna keep going forward. So he's basically just like, and he's like, I know he knows how to use a compass. There's a compass there, and he's flat. And he's like, I'm just sort of flying, and he's hoping that eventually he'll run into the base or someone who will be able to help you guys.
Well, then I will do my level best to assist him with that. Assuming it's going to be a number of hours that we're in the air. I'm just going to do everything I can to keep this bird
Okay.
flying.
Fly. Keep
Yeah,
it in the air.
keep
Okay.
it in the air. So I think more than anything, he's just kind of like on that preternatural, like, if something's going wrong, I'm going to go do that. But hopefully nothing does.
Okay. And Adder's going to just keep flying. He's like, I'm going to keep going straight ahead. Hopefully, one of the others will come up here and actually know what the hell they're doing. But I'm going to just keep going forward. So, all right. So, Katerina, where are you at? What are you doing?
I am going to get up off the floor, pull myself together, and in the spirit of being prepared, I'm going to see what kind of weapons this ship has and if they're operational just in case we run into trouble.
Okay. All right. So, you're going to see what weapons you have?
Yep.
Okay. You can do an intelligence check for me and see what you see.
Hang on. I got to remember how to do that. Level 1, of course. 2.
Okay. So at the moment, you're not really finding much that's going to help you do anything. It looks like they were in the process of repairing the ship, and it looks like they removed most of the weapons.
Ah, snap.
There is a grapple. There's a grapple hook on the at the bow.
Okay.
There are some tertiary sort of percussive cannons. There's like 4 of them. But
Okay.
I mean, they're gonna fire like a softball sized, cannonball. Nothing nothing that's gonna do too much damage. Especially if you come up against a bigger ship.
Oof. Okay.
Okay. Um
Well, we
and
got
as
what
you
we got.
as you're kind of looking around, you also notice that there's not a whole lot of like munitions. Like ammunition. Like, you may have maybe a good dozen or so cannonballs. So it looks like they hadn't restocked the ship yet.
I'm like, okay. Not
Guys, we got the
good.
loner.
Is there a warranty on this thing?
I
I know, right?
think we're the warranty now.
Okay. All right. So that's what you've got.
Okay.
So how about let's see, Redbeard, what are you up to?
I'm finding a way to get to the where the flag is hoisted and taking it down
Okay.
and trying to find something that'll work for a white flag when we need it when we get close to the base.
Okay. Well, you definitely would be able to find like you'd be able to get to the flag easily. I mean, I don't even think the flag is actually flying at this point because the ship was in dock or in dry dock, so there probably isn't even a flag flying. But you
Yeah,
can
but
see where
I
you
would
could
still
put a flag.
yeah. And if there's something that can resemble a white flag, I'll start prepping it just in case.
You can roll an investigation and see what you find.
Would be very careful. Remember what happened when you
Alrighty.
them? I'm fucking massive.
Just a moment.
So I mean, you can if you want. I would strongly recommend you don't. But
Um, you said investigation, right?
Yep.
Is there such a skill?
Oh, it's intelligence. I'm sorry.
Okay. Of all times to roll a one.
Okay. I mean, it's. I mean, there are. You can find. I mean, you can find stuff. There's plenty of like sale material. You can find. You can find enough to make yourself a white flag of some sort. For sure.
Okay.
There's plenty of resources. There's not a whole lot of resources, but there seems to be enough where you could do that for sure. Okay. All right. What about A? What are you doing?
Almost double muted myself again.
Stop that.
And I said almost. I didn't say I actually did it. Anyway. Uh Ace probably still stuck on the floor because of just how exhausting the whole thing they went through at the end of the last session was, trying to make sure they actually got on the boat in time.
Okay.
So I remember last time that we were just recreating the whole, all right, who's not dead, and me and Katarina just like slowly raised our hands up with a thumbs up.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I hope somebody might be in engineering.
Yeah. After I was gonna say, probably a few minutes after like the shockwave hit the ship, A's gonna be like, "Oh god damn it!" And he's going to just like slowly get up and just slump his way to engineering to check on the engine and everything.
Okay. Excellent. So when you get to the engine room, yeah, you have seen better. This engine room is really, really crappy.
Of course.
The engines. Um, they're basically standard combustion style engines. They're not really. It looks like they were in the middle of an overhaul. Perhaps it looks like some of the engine parts are missing. It looks like maybe the sort of faster engines were removed for repairs, maybe.
Okay.
There do seem to be couplings where it looks like other engines were sitting. I mean, it's gonna get you where you need to go. It's just gonna get you there really slowly.
Are there any non-vital systems I can cannibalize to speed us up?
Oh yeah, there's plenty. I mean, there's tons of like random systems that you're not gonna need.
Yeah, so I'm not even going to give heads up. I'm just going to immediately start tinkering with the engine to get this thing to essentially go into overdrive.
Okay. Yeah. You will be able to for sure cannibalize without hurting any of the other systems, like navigation or flight control or
Yeah.
that sort of thing. You're able to do that for sure. So you can roll mechanical for me, and let's see what you can get. See how well you do.
A 4.
Ooh.
A 4.
It all looks
Okay.
better than my 2, okay?
So, with a 4, you do kind of you're able to disengage a lot of the subsystems and get a little bit more speed. Everybody can feel the ship sort of lurch a little bit as it kind of propels itself forward a little faster. So it's getting there. Every little thing you do kind of increases the speed. So um, you will hear Adder call down across the ship, not really knowing what he's doing. He's just like, if anybody can hear me, can someone come up here, please? Because I don't really know what I'm doing.
Well, I'll head up that way.
And it's just like echoing all over the ship. I mean, he doesn't know who to call. He's just like, hello? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
I know. Once I say, pretty once A got the engine moving faster, he just like slumps to the floor again, going like, "I do not want to move."
Fair. Okay. Um, so, Katerina, you're heading up to
Yep.
the bridge. Okay.
Slowly, but surely.
Okay. So you get to the bridge, which is not far because this ship's nowhere near the size of like the WindRider or even uh, y'all's ship. It's a much smaller, about half the size. So you're able to get to the bridge pretty quickly, even at your slow pace.
Okay.
And when you open the door to the bridge, I mean, it is sheer chaos in there. I mean, I'm thinking, and Entourage can tell me what he's doing, but Adder is just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. And he's like freaking out.
Yeah, I figure I'm probably like pulling levers, trying to like keep it on course, but not really having any idea what I'm doing.
Yep. And their
Trying to
arms
keep an
string back
eye
and
on
forth.
our prisoner at the same time and make sure they're doing
Mm-hmm.
okay.
He's like, this thing doesn't even have an autopilot. Oh, Katerina, thank goodness you're here. Here, take over.
What?
He like just literally lets go of the wheel, which immediately starts to spin. And the
Oh,
ship
I'll
starts
grab
to
it.
kind of list and kind of everyone's sort of shaking a little bit. And he's like, "That is not my area of expertise. If you want me to blow something up, I'll do that. You know, I cannot fly this ship."
Okay. I'll like start trying to figure it out real quick.
Okay. He's like, "I'm gonna go and see if I can find stuff to make defensive explosives or something."
Yes, and I will tell him what we have in terms of weapons.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at Douglas and say, is it a clear night? Can we see the stars to navigate by?
Oh, you're not. Oh, you're. I was like, I'll look out the window.
I'll look out the window. Oh yeah, that's basically what you do. If you look out the window, you're gonna have to get higher if you want to navigate by the stars. There is low-lying clouds
All
at the
right.
moment.
I will try and figure out how to get up, how to get some height,
Love it.
and maybe we can see the stars to navigate by.
Okay, roll mechanical
If,
check.
if I can figure this out.
Roll mechanical. Let's see. Let's see how
Oh,
good
Lord.
or bad Katerina is.
Again, level 1. Come on, Surge. No.
Wow.
All right. Okay, it's going to take me a minute. Don't panic. Ow.
Yep.
You know.
Oh wow.
Okay, so that was a big 01. So Yeah, you're looking. It's that whole idea of like you're looking at the panels, and everything looks completely foreign to you.
I'm looking for a little shoelace to tie or a little snowman with his hat blown off I can fix.
Yeah, I know. There's literally, it's like these systems are like nothing else, like nothing you have ever messed with.
All right. Well, I'm going to go by process of elimination. I'm going to start moving one thing at a time and see what it does.
Okay, roll a mechanical check.
Please.
Oh Lord, a one, another one. Okay, so you flip a switch,
Good one, guys.
and
My curse spreads.
you're like, oh God, the pain, and you suddenly hear all the engines just go shut off as the ship begins to go fall down.
All right. I'm going to go.
Everybody feels the that floating sensation as this ship falls. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Uh,
I'm going to do the opposite of
Redbeard
what I
grabs
just
onto
did.
sides and screams, "What the fuck just happened?"
Well, hey, what are you doing before we?
oh, I'm immediately, since I don't really have to move to get up since we're now floating, going straight to the engines. And you know that little bit that Milo does in the Lances to get the engine going?
Oh,
I'm going to attempt that.
okay. Mechanical.
You better than me.
5.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
God.
So you ding ding ding. All of a sudden, they start up again.
Okay.
When the ship levels out,
That turns it off. You know?
We found the
so
brakes.
essentially, A bypassed the shutoff switch from the bridge. So, so if you flip that switch again, it won't do anything.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then
All right.
the intercom is still on an open channel, right?
Oh yeah, it's all across the ship.
So as I'm like, you can just hear because I'm assuming we probably got like planted back down against the ground as soon as the engine came
Oh yeah,
back.
as soon as it happened, everyone kind of
So
slammed back.
You're gonna hear a groan, and then over the intercom, you're gonna hear, "Do not touch a button unless you know what it does." And there's another groan after that.
I'm like,
That's
Don't
all
yell
of the
at me.
buttons.
don't yell at me. I have a headache and I don't know what any of this does. So
Oh, and he's not yelling; he's talking to a very
I know,
like.
but to her he is because she has a very bad headache.
Oh, fair. No, I just want to make sure because I know I didn't specify like what the volume was there, so just in case.
Oh no, I get it. All right, I'm gonna try a different one
Okay,
at the complete opposite end of that one. You know?
mechanical check.
Yeah. Redbeard starts making his way to the command deck.
Okay. Oh, 3. It's better. So you find a switch. You kind of close your eyes and hit the switch, and that one basically turns on the windshield wipers.
They don't have weapons, but they have windshield wipers. What the
One big
fuck?
windshield wiper, and it's making that so it's dry.
Not helping. All right, one more time.
Okay, one more roll.
Please let me surge. Let me do something right. Nope.
Oh,
2.
God. Okay, so you hit another switch, and this time you blow the central windshield out.
It's
So
okay.
now air is rushing into the bridge. It just goes and just swings up above. You can hear it hitting the ship as it flies away, and then air is just rushing into the bridge.
Okay, that was
What a
obviously
rush.
for an ejection. How many levers are there?
There's a lot. You're bound to get lucky eventually.
All right.
Uh,
I'm gonna
on the
look at
way,
I'm gonna look at Douglas and say, "You want to give this a shot?" You know?
Yeah, why not? I
on the way to
guess.
the command deck,
Uh huh.
uh, Redbeard will get to a nearby comms thing, and it'll say, "Hold on, I'm on my way down to the command deck. Quit touching things."
Quit touching things.
I'm gonna
Just in
touch
case.
another one just
On.
because.
Okay.
Here
Whoever's
we go.
going. And A, you're
Yes,
Whoa!
20. I found it.
Whoa!
Yay!
Boom.
No, you found the yes, you found it and you hit it and the ship you hear the as the acceleration thrusters kick in and the ship begins to go up.
I knew what I was doing all along. As I'm
I,
wiping
I, I,
sweat and
I believe that.
as I'm wiping sweat and blood off my
Yeah.
face, you know.
You guys get past the cloud line and you're able to sort of level out. And you can see the stars.
Okay. Do we know what direction we came from so we can backtrack?
There's also a compass.
You didn't tell me that, navigator.
I said it earlier. I was like, yeah, there's a compass and
Oh,
map.
I missed that part. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
All right. Third star on the left and straight on till morning.
So as you get it up there, Redbeard, you get to the command deck. You'll hear the thrusters go off and then they shut off. You can feel the ship rising. So engines are still operating at nominal. So everything seems to be going well. We've got a
All
heading
right,
in, and we're on our way back.
all right, Douglas. I need you to do something for me.
What's that?
I need you to go to where the flag would be raised and watch for when we get close to the base. I have set up a makeshift white flag. Raise it when you see the base.
I kind of need him to navigate because he knows what he's doing right now.
He does?
I know the mechanics of this pretty decently.
That's fair.
I think
And
I think
somebody needs to be
I
up
think
there.
I'm gonna take care of the I'm gonna take care of the prisoner. How's that? And when we get close to the compound, we can figure out what we need to do at that point.
Okay, the white flag is to make sure they don't fire on us.
Right.
There. Yep. Okay. So as you guys are up above the cloud line, it's really cold up there, by the way, and you don't have a front windshield. So it's really, really cold on the bridge right now.
Is there a chair up here?
Yeah, there's a chair.
What happened to the
Okay.
windshield?
Oh, it's gone. We had to get up where the windshield wipers. Just don't ask.
Don't ask. So, Alterac, you're watching out for the prisoner. who is bound and gagged and kind of off to the side there.
Okay.
And probably laughing his ass off.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey.
If we're by
Huh?
ourselves, I'm gonna ungag them and see if I can get any information out of them about literally anything.
Okay. So the minute you ungag him, he starts laughing. He's like, "You are the worst pirates I have ever seen in my life. If that's really what you are."
I'm afraid, sir, that you are incorrect. That the worst pirates you've ever seen in your life are probably floating down in a river somewhere. I think we're at least 2 steps above them.
No. Hang on.
The worst
All right.
pirates are the ones that let their island get blown in half.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. I'll just sit here and I'll be quiet then.
I mean, you don't
Hey,
have to be quiet.
hey, so you're down in the engine room
Yep.
trying to recuperate or whatever, relax or something. Suddenly, from the sort of starboard side of the engine room, you hear this loud crack.
Great.
As you see a grappling hook pierce the side of the ship.
Fuck.
And it hits one of the engines, and the engine starts to fail.
Yeah, there ain't no fixing that one. Okay, question. When it pierced the hull, did it just pierce the hull, or did it make a hole big enough where I can see through the hole as well at what shot us?
Yeah, you could look through and see. I mean, it's not a hole necessarily, but where it came through, it did, and it kind of like when it comes in, it kind of expands and then like grabs hold of the interior.
Yeah.
But you can look up through the crack, up through the chain.
Okay. And what do I see?
You see basically a galleon, an airship, 4 times the size of the ship you're on,
Shit.
flying the flag of the Black Tide Syndicate.
Oh shit.
Nice. So I'm gonna go on the intercom, go like, yeah. In case you all do not feel that, we got company, and I mean company.
Everybody would have felt that shock.
We were given something to use as a signal, right?
Yes. You were indeed.
Redbeard will grab it, go to the windshield, and trigger the signal pointing it out the windshield.
Okay. So you fire off the signal. It goes through the windshield into the air. Bright light. I mean, blinding light.
Ow.
Because it's so close to you.
My eyes. My head.
And yeah. Okay, so you fired that off. Everybody, you will feel a lurch as you feel the ship being pulled backwards. The engines are straining, but they're not keeping you they're not keeping you away from this bad boy. They are pulling you in.
Yeah. Are there any tools in here I can use to try and break off parts of the grappling hook?
Sure there are. There are tons of tools.
It's they're gonna be like a cartoon moment where you see me grab one tool, try it, nope. Next one, try it, nope. Next one, keep until something catches.
Until something catches. Fair enough. You can do survival for me.
Sure. That's, I think, level 3, maybe 2.
I was going to recommend something, but A
10.
doesn't use magic.
Yeah. No, he does not. All right. So what did you get? I'm sorry. A
10. Guy
Oh,
surge.
wow. Hey, that's good. So yeah, after you just sort of clang, it's like you eventually are like, oh, why don't I just cut the wood planking around the grappling hook and
Yeah.
just let it go out on its own? So you, as you're hitting the grappling hook, you start to hit the wood, and it starts to splinter, and eventually the grappling hook will pull out, and it does create a massive hole.
Yeah.
Wind is a Russian.
And then, because I know there's no way I'll be able to repair that engine with that guy in there.
Yeah.
Is there... Do you remember in The Mummy Returns how Benny had that whole get the fuck out of Dodge button?
Yeah.
Is there any way to turn this engine into said button? Like the remaining engine?
Yeah.
Okay, what do I need to roll for it?
First it would be mechanical.
Okay.
If you can rig it to do what you want it to do.
6?
6, okay. Yeah, you're able to get it rigged.
Okay.
To the best of your ability. Now you
Yeah.
roll survival to see if it's successful.
6 again?
It is mediocre, but it is successful. So what is it doing?
Well, before I even activate, I want to tell everyone's I get us out of here, but you better hold on to your asses.
Okay.
And that's not an exaggeration, as I will then pull the switch, press the button, however I rigged it.
Well,
And if you were not bracing, you were probably going to get pushed into a wall.
that is fair.
Because I was not joking about hold on to your butts.
Okay, so you hear A say, "Hey, everybody, hang on to your butt, grab hold of something."
Redbeard sarcastically grabs his ass before bracing himself.
Okay, does everybody else brace themselves?
I'm going to back off on that last lever that took us up. Just ease it back a little bit to see if it will drop us into the clouds again.
Yes.
Don't make me roll. I beg you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll again. You're gonna have to roll mechanical.
Ah, shit.
See if yeah, 4's not bad.
4.
Okay. So you're able to pull it back. So yeah, you do start to kind of go down a little bit. But before you hit the cloud line, A hits his kill switch or his switch, and the ship literally just everybody is thrown. If you're not holding on to something, you are thrown backwards.
Okay. Well, I was going to say this is what.
I'll probably just slide back in my chair to the back wall.
Well, I was going to say this is probably why everyone would slide too. Is I pull the switch, the engine sputters and stops, and then does a full burst.
Oh, I love it.
So it's wait, why did it? Don't fuck!
Ah! So the ship literally starts to slow down, and the engine's cut, and there's that brief moment of inner peace.
I don't want to call it inner peace. I call it, oh shit, we're fucked.
And then that single burst, and the ship just shoots forward, putting a pretty good distance between you and the other and that Black Tide Syndicate ship. As the ship is lurching forward, zipping through, pieces of it are literally peeling off.
Oh God! And all this wind is coming in our face. Up there,
oh yeah,
you
so
know?
it's the skin's pushing back. I mean, it's You see an A-shaped extrusion at the back end. I'm just kidding. Like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Give it time, that'll probably happen anyway.
So the burst happens. You guys get a pretty good lead on this ship. It does not seem to be able to catch up to you, but eventually the engine will just stop and burn out, and the ship will begin to fall into the clouds. You disappear. The ship is, in essence, the ship is crashing. As you come out of the cloud line, you see the ocean, and you're headed straight for it.
Brace for
Douglas,
impact.
tie him up.
Do what now? Did you say tie somebody up?
Yes, as in the prisoner.
Oh, okay. No, he's already tied up.
Oh, he's already tied up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think my first reaction might be to run for any lifeboats, if that's a thing.
There are escape pods.
So how bad is it, guys? All right. And he's probably hauling this guy through the hallway trying to make way for one of those.
Yeah, you guys can make for the escape pods. There's 4 of them.
Abandoned ship.
They'll each hold 2 people.
Yeah. So, yeah, the whole abandoned ship will go out, and then afterwards, before you abandon Adder, leave them an Adder surprise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he can do that. He's been working on something. Okay. So, who
Or,
goes?
I wouldn't say Adder, I would say his pirate name.
Yeah, that's fine. So, everybody goes to the escape pods. A.
Yep.
As best I can, if I can even find them from engineering.
There are several in the engine room. There's 2 in the engine room.
Oh yeah, then I'll definitely get in there.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Antarak has the prisoner. Kedrick gets into a pod. Katarina. Let's see, that's 1, 2. Katarina, you can get into 1, and Redbeard can get into 1. That's the 4 on the command deck.
Okay.
And you guys eject immediately?
We would make sure that Silver Blood gets to one too.
Oh yeah, he's already in 1.
Yeah, make sure that there's 1 left for Hatter, or someone's waiting on
Yeah,
him.
Adder will he'll get to 1 on his deck. Yeah, captain. He's making sure everybody else gets into a pod before he does. So he'll make sure everyone's in, and he will eject the pods as you get into them. He will eject them. So it's sort of like,
Wait. How far from the water are we?
not very.
Redbeard won't even bother with the pod. He'll just dive out into the water.
Oh
I mean,
my.
that's a lot of velocity.
He's still got a parachute.
Okay. Alrighty. You are welcome to jump from the ship. I will not say you cannot do that. So by all means. So Redbeard is going to jump. Okay. Much to the captain's chagrin, but he'll get into his pod, and he'll make sure he'll count all of them as they pop out. He'll make sure everyone's out before he jumps in his. Then he'll jump in his, and out he goes. All of the pods will parachute basically down to the water, and a little sort of raft will come out of the bottom of your pod so that you don't sink. And you will all see the ship continue down. As the ship is coming down, you will also see the Marauder coming out of the clouds, chasing after it. They will catch up to it and try to grapple it again before it hits the water. You'll see their grapple hit the central deck and kind of pull it, stop it from going into the water. And you can see them kind of moving forward and kind of pulling the ship up. As suddenly the ship explodes, damaging the Marauder, wounding it, and it sort of, you can see it's kind of on fire in places and this, that, and the other, and it kind of just sails off. Not too concerned with you guys because it's damaged, so it's not going to attempt to do anything with you guys. So that means you guys are just floating out in the middle of the ocean. Now you all get to the ocean. Everyone's pods are floating. Redbeard, you land in the water. So what are
And
you doing?
Redbeard starts having fun swimming around.
That's cool. Kedek will open his pod and shout out to the others to sort of pull the pods together and lash them. We're going to lash them together and basically create one large raft, so to speak. Yeah. So you're all there. You've lashed your pods together. What do you do now? Also, in each of the pods, you have maybe a day's worth of rations in each of the pods.
How were we supposed to alert because this wasn't the original idea to get off the island.
Now,
Originally, we were gonna
yep, you had a signal flare.
a signal flare.
Yes.
Did we
Redbeard
each
fired
have
it
a
off.
signal flare? Huh?
Redbeard fired it off earlier.
Okay.
So that's been signaled.
Douglas.
Yeah.
The last the last navigation setting you had, do you have any idea how far away we were from the base?
I don't know. Do I?
You can roll a survival check and see.
Survival is really bad for me, but I have really good memory. I don't know if that would be applicable.
Roll, yeah, sure.
Okay. This thing keeps kicking me out. Do.
Look at
Wow,
that.
Hey!
20. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. You remember. Of course, you remember.
Yeah.
You remember when you were up above. Now that you're down on the ocean, nothing looks the same.
That's true, huh?
And you can't see the stars either.
Oh, the two commanding officers that were sent with us, how are they holding up?
They're fine. Lieutenant Enoch is stable. Isaac is fine. Lieutenant Isaac is fine. Lieutenant Enoch is stable, but still critical. But
so
he's not going to hold for long.
Entourage, one thing that you do know that with your 20 that you rolled, you can tell the direction in which the ship was going
Okay.
when it was crashing. That was the direction that you were going. So you should be able to devise a navigational plan based on that.
And are these pods motorized at all, or is this wind power or
No,
power or?
there is no sail. I mean, you could probably make some makeshift sails.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we could create some sort of sails out of. Anybody
I
got some
mean,
extra clothes?
you guys do have an engineer with you.
Yeah.
You could always ask
And a
A
mechanic.
and a mechanic. Yeah, that's true. A couple of mechanics actually, because technically Adder's a mechanic as well. So what about A? A, you're here. Y'all are all lashed together, trying to figure out how to move forward.
Oh, after all the excessive movement he did when he should have been just laying back, he is 100% just laying down.
That's fair. He is not in a good place. Okay. So you're going.
Redbeard will try to throw something together to help us get moving.
Okay. You can do a mechanical, and let's see what you can come if you can create something.
Fortunately, my mechanical isn't that bad.
Nope. Well, it's a surge. That's a 9. So yeah, you're able to put something quick together that can get you guys moving at least, and able to kind of keep your sort of course. I mean, it's slow, but at least you're moving forward.
I'm gonna try and manipulate the waves if I can to kind of create a current that we can fall into.
Okay.
So let's see here. It's not really a spell in the thing of water for that.
Hmm.
Um,
There's wind, is there not?
what's up?
Isn't there a spell for wind?
Yeah, I could do wind. There's spells for wind.
I mean, you could always craft a sail.
Yeah, I might be the better way to go with the tools at hand. And I guess what I would be going for would be a kind of like a constant vacuum, which is pretty easy for me to cast, but I don't know how easy it would be to be doing it over and over and over again.
Right. That's fair. It wouldn't be very
So,
easy.
yeah. So I don't know
It'd
what
probably
kind
be
of roll
easier
you want me
just
to
to
make.
do a gust of wind.
Right. That's what this is.
Right.
I could do a.
Are you doing
No, I don't.
the macro burst or the draft?
I was looking at a vacuum, but if you want me to do the draft,
Oh,
I could. I think the macro burst would be fine if it wasn't straight down. So maybe I'm just using that to keep our course.
That's
more
fine.
than anything.
That's
I don't know
fine.
what you think.
I mean, a draft would work too. I mean,
Okay.
if you wanted to just do a draft, that's a thin gust of air. I mean, that would keep
Yeah,
you.
just
That would
kind
get
of
you
keep
moving
it going.
forward.
Just
Yeah,
keep it
I mean,
steady.
yeah, you could do that. You could.
Yeah, he'll work on that pretty hard.
Okay, so you're going to work on a sail and getting that going.
Hmm.
Let's see, Katerina, what are you doing?
I think she's probably laying over the side of her raft vomiting at this point.
Okay. Um, is anyone keeping watch?
I would be normally, but
Okay.
Once
once I
Gata or
once I come up
Redbeard
once
is
I
finished,
come up for air, I will.
Okay. Redbeard, what?
when Redbeard's done with the mechanism to get us going, he will keep an eye on the sky and we'll start figuring out ways to signal.
Okay. Anyone who's kind of watching out, you guys could do an intelligence check for me,
Oh, great!
even if you're just
Another.
sort of like after every few minutes. Like if you just look up, just kind of look around, then go back to what you're doing. A 2, a 7, and a 4. Who got the 7?
I think that was
I got the
Is it?
7.
Henry.
Oh, is that on
Yeah,
correct?
so,
Okay.
yeah. Honorak is the one that just pops up as game master.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to change my name on there. Sorry.
How dare you, sir? Yeah. Okay. Well, for the 7 for sure. You are able to kind of keep watch as you. Sorry, give me 1 second. There it goes. As you're kind of watching as you go, and then you will notice in the distance, you see lights in the distance.
Okay. Does it look like when you say lights? Is it like
Ahead or behind?
Ahead.
can I? Is there any way to tell how far out?
It's quite a ways. It's basically
Okay.
you're hitting. It's about on the horizon.
I'm
I mean,
gonna point it
you're a
out.
ways off from it.
Yeah, I'm gonna point it out to everybody just to make sure everybody's aware.
Okay.
We might have. It might be town or it could be danger.
Okay.
Probably the
Or it
latter
might be
more
a
so than
ship.
the former.
Yeah.
That's true. It could be a ship as well.
Oh wait. Lights off the starboard prow.
Dead ahead.
Yeah, that.
Iceberg, get ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So as you guys keep moving forward, those lights are getting bigger. They're getting closer to you.
Is there any way to tell what
And
kind
to
of lights
help
these?
If I look through my eye patch with the dark vision, can I see any definition?
No, too far
Okay.
away. It's not close enough yet. If it were closer, you could.
Okay.
Redbeard, what were you saying?
to help make sure that Douglas doesn't tire himself out with keeping us moving. Redbeard will rotate with him to cast the draft to keep things moving.
Okay. So you'll swap out with him.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So
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 he can
Entourage.
res-
Uh-huh.
reserve some of his energy.
Okay. So Entourage was now that you're no longer having to do that. Do you want to try and see if you can make out what this is ahead of you?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to do that, but
You can roll an
I,
intelligence roll for me.
okay. Yeah, I can do that. That's a lot better than the notion that popped into my head. So let's go with that one.
And
Whatever.
your intelligence is higher than mine. So
Hey, not so great.
Hey, six is not bad.
Yeah.
Six is pretty good actually. All right, so as you're sort of watching and looking and scanning the horizon, and it's getting dark. It's kind of dark anyway, so you're not really seeing much. But you can see that it does look like it's moving. So either it is a low flying airship or it is an actual ship.
Gotcha.
Would since I got my red irises, does the thermal vision give me a better idea?
You're. How far can you see with that thing? With those things?
Oh no, it's still the normal bit, but I'm just seeing like where you said it could be a small ship or like a large ship type deal.
I
That's what I'm
think.
kind of get the idea based on its heat signature
Um,
because it doesn't extend my vision. I just see the heat signatures
you just
within
see
my
heat
normal
signatures.
range.
Gotcha. Um, with as far away from it as you are, you can see a faint heat signature, and based on your calculations, it's pretty big.
Gotcha.
like bigger than the ship that was chasing us.
That you don't know. You won't know that until you either go up on it or it overtakes you or you get closer to it. All he knows is it's big, whatever it is.
I think we should maybe steer clear of this thing, considering our situation is not very sturdy at the moment.
It could be a search party looking for us.
It very well could be, but it could also be a search party looking for us.
That is very fair. Okay,
That's
so
his vote. He'll do whatever, but he's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't like this. I guess I could fly up and find out, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
okay, so what do y'all do?
Redbeard keeps things going forward.
Okay, so we're heading to whatever that is, heading towards us. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Um,
However, he will make sure that it's not going to be a head-on collision.
okay, that's fair. Um, you'll be able to. I mean, you're able to kind of do a parallel almost as it gets closer and closer. And it does seem to be getting closer to you rather quickly. Um, as it gets closer, Katerina, you can at this point you could probably use your eye patch, and you could probably use your thermal vision better as well.
Yeah.
Um, as if you guys are both kind of looking and checking it out, the with each of your vision, you see that this is a massive sailing ship. This is probably about the Marauder size, but an actual sailing ship, not an airship. Yeah, you can't see what flag it's flying. You can't see its colors or anything like that. All you know is that it's a big ship, and it's barreling down on you.
If I don't get the opportunity to say it later, it's been an honor serving with all of you.
There you go. Okay.
All right. I'll look to Douglas. Take over. I'm going to try to get a closer look.
Okay. Um.
And Redbeard goes back in the water.
Okay. Okay. So you're
And
gonna
he will. I'm going to do a swim of a wide berth, but try to keep uh, just low enough where uh, I can get close enough without being easily spotted, and then try to see if I can see what flag it's bearing.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you get into the water, roll guile for me.
Okay. Let's see. I think that's a one for me. So
Ooh.
Oh.
I
Okay.
take it I rolled a one.
You did indeed. So as you swim, sort of giving this vessel a wide berth, uh, you see, you don't see its colors, because before you're able to see its colors, a bright light shines in your face as you hear someone go, "Oi, you there in the water! Do you need assistance?"
At that point, I'll come up and say, "Yes, we do."
Okay. They will throw you a life preserver.
Is there a rope attached to it?
Yeah, there's a rope attached to it.
Okay. Well, I'll grab the life preserver and wait on them because staying afloat's not a problem for me.
Right. Okay. So they're gonna start to haul you in, I guess.
I forget the name of my race, but I know we have the
Pont-
ability to swim in water pretty well.
oh yeah, Ponturi, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, if you're gonna swim, or do you want to swim, or did you want to go up on the ship?
I'll go up on the ship. I'm just saying I wasn't at risk of drowning.
Fair enough. All right. So they'll drag you up onto the deck, and they'll say, "You said we need help. You have others out here."
I will go over towards the direction of where our makeshift raft is
Okay.
and
They'll
point in the direction.
okay. They'll adjust the course, and the ship will turn slightly to head that way. Those of you on the raft, you will see the ship shifting its way towards you, and you see what it looks like searchlights kind of hitting the water. as it eventually a light hits the rafts and they keep the light on you. So sorry there, A, if you were looking that way.
Oh yeah, A's he's just going like, God, not again, damn it.
The
And I
ship.
was like, oh, right, I forgot one of my crew has thermal vision.
Oh, okay. They'll kind of tone the light down. They'll keep it towards the bottom of the raft. But the ship will slow its sail. It'll drop its sails and slowly sort of drift towards you. Till it comes along. You guys come alongside it. They'll throw ropes down for you to kind of tie off onto the ship.
What is our deal with the captive? Are, were we supposed to bring them in for questioning,
Yes.
or was it for questioning?
Yep.
Oh, and we've got wounded.
Oh, well, we've got a doctor on board, so we can take care of that.
I am
So,
going to very thoroughly threaten our captive within an inch of his life if he breathes any words that I hear of that are not yes or no or I don't know, that his
okay,
life is going to become very miserable after this situation.
fair enough. Okay, so they will throw ladders down for you guys to climb up. Some crew members will climb down to your raft, kind of help you with your wounded. So, yeah. So, what is everybody's sort of state at this point?
Sore and blind.
Fair enough.
Uh, oh, Redbeard will ask, who are you with?
Oh, where? And he'll call his captain. The captain will come out, and he'll say that they're a merchant vessel with out of out of East Haven.
Is that bad?
Yeah, that's where
Oh,
Katarina's
okay.
from.
Oh, okay.
But they'll get all of your wounded and everybody on board.
Yeah, Katarina's not moving at this point. Just FYI.
Yeah, well, they'll see that you're not moving. They'll get you on a board and like lift you to the ship to the deck of the ship. They'll take Lieutenant Enoch as well, get him up on the ship. So everybody gets up on the deck of the ship. Everyone goes to the infirmary to their medical bay, where their doctor and nurses sort of work on you. So Entourage, you're good. Redbeard, you're okay. Adder's he's okay. Caddick's okay. And so is Lieutenant Isaac. He's okay as well. They sort of separate the wounded from the non-wounded, and they take all the wounded to their med bay and begin to work on you to stabilize everybody, get everybody kind of in a good place. And everybody else sort of has they let you have sort of walk of the ship. You're able to walk wherever. They do give you guys sort of quarters, quote unquote. Um, got a bed in it anyway. For those of you who want to just crash and sleep for a little bit.
I'm gonna very gently pull uh, Isaac to the side where we can have some privacy. You know, like, what do we do now, sir?
Well, keep our eyes open. The ship's out of East Haven. That can't be good. But at this
I
point,
know one
we
of
have.
us is from East Haven.
I know we have no choice though. We'll have to. We'll just keep our eyes open. Look for anything out of the
Okay.
ordinary. And he'll go kind of back, and you'll see him kind of walk the deck. He's sort of conversating with the crew. Um, Kedek and Adder, not Adder, I'm sorry. Kedek and Ontarak will take the prisoner to their brig.
Oh, okay. So they're not. They're cool with that situation.
Well, they're like, oh, you've got a prisoner, and we've got a brig. So,
That's a
and
lot less stressful than I was thinking. So that's cool.
If
so
they're from
Kedek
East
and
Haven, they wouldn't even blink. You know.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
oh, you got a prisoner? Yeah, we got a place for him. And their brig has actually got people in it. I mean, there's actually people in their brig. So it's not like, oh, there's nobody down here. It's got a lot of people down there. So they'll put him in one of the cells, and they'll even say, do you want him to be conscious or unconscious?
I mean, don't hurt him. Keep him fed.
Kedek's like, well, unconscious, please. And they will literally hit the guy across the back of the head and knock him out. And then they'll toss him into a cell and close the door. They're like, he'll be out for a while, and we'll keep an eye on him. Kedrick's like, thank you. Yes, we do need him to be alive, so and able to speak. And they're like, okay. Does he have to? Does he have to be able to walk? Kedrick's like, preferable, but not necessary, as long as he can speak.
Hi, Katie. GG.
They're like, all right. Carrick will say, all right, Antarak, let's go.
Aye, aye.
And as you're walking out, the captain will look at you and he will say to you, he's like, keep your eyes open.
Aye, aye.
These folks are from East Haven. We can't trust any of them. So,
I've never
Okay.
been so happy to be unconscious in my life.
right. Okay. So he'll tell you to kind of walk the deck, talk with the crew, find out what you can find out without being too
Okay.
obvious.
Oh yeah, I'm good at that. I'm really good at being curious.
And remember, do not tell them that we are Fossen. Do not divulge anything that will let them know that we are not who we say we are. All right. All right. And and Adder is there we'll say Adder's there also. He'll tell Adder the same thing. Adder's like, all right, Captain. And out they'll go. So, A and Katerina and Enoch, you guys are in the infirmary. They're if you've got any type of wounds, they're stitching you up. They're keeping you sedated for the most part. Every once in a while, you'll kind of come out of it, but then you'll fall right back in.
Remember, Katerina got shot 4 times.
Yep, they're working
But
hard on you right now.
She didn't tell anybody that.
Nope, they're working hard. They're working on you though.
Yeah.
You're
good
not
deal.
too bad. They get you pretty well stitched up pretty quick. So you're able.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't too bad. It was mainly just the blindness.
Yeah, they got you all kind of like their cuts and scrapes all. Yeah, and they send you on your way.
It'll take you a shorter distance.
Enoch is in much worse condition, and it looks like Katarina might be in some pretty bad shape too. So, where do you go? Do you go up on deck?
It wasn't
Yeah,
actually
probably just
that.
go on deck and find a place where I can lounge.
Okay. There are places where you can sit down. I mean, you're not going to lounge well because it's a merchant ship, but you can find places to kind of relax. Um, everyone who's on deck, if you're keeping an eye out, you guys can roll investigation for me
Intelligence.
or intelligence. Sorry.
Uh, Actually, unless they prevent him from doing so, Redbeard will try, like, keeping an eye out below deck.
I am
Yeah,
impressed.
you can go below deck. They don't stop you.
Out of way,
Like,
Henry. Good
Yeah.
call.
like one of the areas he'll look if they let him get close enough is cargo.
Yeah, they don't. Their cargo hold is not. It doesn't. Nothing's secured.
Yeah.
When you go down to the cargo hold, it just looks like cargo. Just like it looks mostly like food stocks.
No signs of vehicles
Nope, no vehicles.
or anything that they shouldn't be in possession of.
Nope. All you see are large boxes of like grain, some massive bags of flour. There's some salted meats and things of that nature. Mostly, it looks like food stocks.
And of course, I rolled a 1.
Yep. So I mean, that's what you see. Antrak, you're up on deck. What is he doing? Before I tell you what you get.
I think in general, he's obeying the captain's orders, so he is trying to get as much information as he can from the other sailors.
Okay.
So I think he's doing this by, like, if somebody is like swabbing the deck, he will like grab a mop and like help them swab the deck and talk while he's
Okay.
kind of looking around, and then like, has a conversation with that person, and then he's kind of just helping out all around the ship, trying to get a vibe check, I think. So
Okay.
he's trying to stay very aware though, for sure.
Okay.
And I think
Um.
he's kind of like peddling himself off as like a traveling storyteller.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Okay.
So
So
I
what
think he's
questions does he ask?
um so he's gonna start off, because people love talking about themselves. He's gonna start off with like whoever he's talking to. So like, when did you join up? How long have you been sailing with this? What do you have? What's your rank? What's your day to day like? And he's kind of fishing for cues as to like where there might be things hidden below the surface.
Okay. You'll get answers like, "Oh, I've been a sailor my whole life. Um, we're sort of forced into this sort of servitude. It's not really voluntary. It's more required.
That's
Um,
East Haven for you.
not really. I mean, you don't necessarily get like, oh, we're being oppressed vibes, but you do get sort of, they're not here by choice.
So
Um,
as
but,
gently as I could, I think he would be like, "So do you like doing this, or would you rather be doing something else?"
for the most part, they're all like, I love being a sailor. I love what I do. I wish that I was more free to do it that, on my own than having to do it, because I'm required to do it.
I think I'm going to fight my initial impulse and just stow all that in the old noggin to
Okay.
maybe come up with a plan later.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. As you kind of like meander the deck, for the most part, you hear people just saying, they're telling stories like sea shanty type things. Oh, this one time, it's more like sailor bragging than anything else. You probably know that a lot of the stories that are being told are probably not true. You know, it's sort of just sailors kind of, sailors being sailors. Um, they'll come and go. They'll take their posts. Some people will go off duty. Some will come on duty. Um,
Duty.
but there's always a sense of
Redstone. Jeremy and I did.
foreboding, you might say. Like someone, they're acting like they're always under the watchful eye of somebody.
You gotta give him more redstone. I see about copper later. I see goes
So they're more than happy to talk to you, but when they do talk to you, it's really kind of hushed, and you get the idea of, oh, if anyone heard me telling you this, I'd probably get flogged, type of thing.
yeah. Oh, your secret's safe with me, friend. I wouldn't betray you. Uh, uh,
Okay, now that was all.
but
We
is
lost
there
somebody.
is there a way to get an idea of like
They'll be back.
who's in charge, like the hierarchy?
Oh yeah, you know who's in charge. You could tell
Okay.
they're dressed like they're in charge.
Okay.
Like the captain was out on the deck earlier. You can see sort of like not first mates, but people that are sort of more structured in their look than sort of the common sailor.
Um.
Like most of the people you've been talking to are like common sailors. Actually, all the
Okay.
ones you've been talking to are common sailors.
I think I'm gonna at some point try to break off to report back to the captain before I start thinking about breeding a mutiny.
Okay,
Uh,
fair enough.
but that's
Yeah,
where his mind is going.
oh, absolutely, absolutely, it makes sense. So Carrick's there on the deck.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So as you guys are sort of on the deck, you'll hear the bells ring. You'll hear the ding, 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 ding. Um, and you'll hear them say, "Ship off the port bow." And they begin to signal. Like you see the signal man signaling. Um, and they sort of pull up alongside a much smaller ship. It's not big. It's not like Marauder size. It's probably about twice the size of the airship that you guys stole. So it's not very big. Um, and you see the captain comes down from the sort of wheel deck, and he and what looks like his first officer maybe kind of go off to the starboard side there or port side there, where the ship is kind of docked on the side, and they extend a gangplank. Um, and you see the captain and the first officer cross over, and then probably about 5 or 10 minutes later, they come back with someone else, and they go into the captain's sort of the ready room, the study, his sort of office there. And they close the doors. What do you guys do that are on deck? What do y'all do?
So they're having a meeting with the other ship, the people from the other ship.
Yeah, they brought someone from the other ship over to their ship, and they're in the
Can we
captain's sort of office.
can we tell what kind of ship it is, or whose ship it is, or
Well, you can roll memory for me.
oh, okay.
Let's see what you remember from the briefing files that you read.
I got a 15 on that.
Lovely. So the woman that came across looked very familiar. Like really, really, really familiar.
Oh.
As you're thinking back, you're like, where do I know her from? Uh, and as you kind of are like scratching your head, like, you suddenly go, ah, I remember who it is. You remember reading in the files of a particular person, and there was a picture of her, and her name was Sylvian Castrovalva.
Okay.
Sylvian Castrovalva is like she's a bigwig in the Black Tide Syndicate. Like truly a bigwig, like probably one of the upper echelon of the sort of hierarchy. You do remember reading in her file that she is ruthless. She will kill without question. If she even gets a hint of betrayal, she'll deal with it. Like right then and there. Swift justice.
Okay. That's good. And we're not on the Black Tide Syndicate, right? Those are
You
not
are
us.
not. No, you are
Okay.
not.
Just clarify.
Well, we have one of their members.
Yep,
Right. Yep. Yep. We have them in the hold.
you sure
Oh,
do.
good. Oh, good. Um.
Well, you wanted to get the Black Tide Syndicate's attention.
Uh-huh.
So, but Sylvian Castrovalva she is not to be messed with. She is one. If she's here, the very first question you have is why is she here on an East Haven ship?
Uh-huh.
Why is she meeting with these people? So what do you do?
Man. There's so many things I could do. And none of them are really
A good idea?
yeah, I've got a lot of bad ideas right now. I mean they'd be funny. I think what Entourage is going to do, recognizing that he doesn't really have any like backup other than the few people, is going to try and I think is there any way to like where do they go? Do they go like in the private quarters
Yeah,
or
the captain's private quarters.
um Assuming he can't just like sneak past the guard.
Probably not. I mean, you
Probably
can
not.
try. You're welcome to try.
Yeah. Yeah, I see again, this is like a lot. This is like a whole compound. I don't think that that's a really good idea. I think Antrak might actually be trying at this point to uh find like a deck crew quarters and trying to disguise himself so that he's not seen as part of the other crew.
Okay.
And he's going to try and just blend in with the other crew and get um, as up and close as personal as he can to the people he knows who are around this meeting.
Okay. Roll your guile for me.
Oh, okay. Really good at that one too.
Let's see how good you are at blending in.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Well, a 6 is not horrible.
Yeah.
So you're able to blend in okay. You think you look very convincing.
Yeah.
So you're kind of blending in. So you're there. You've changed clothes and you're kind of like blended in as best as you can, trying to get you're trying to get close to where they're at. You know, you're like, oh, I'll just kind of meander my way over, wobbing the deck or something. When you get close to the doors of the captain's private quarters, the door swings open with like a swift, just like someone kicked it open,
Okay.
and out steps Sylvian Castrovalva. And she stands there, and she's a very formidable looking woman. She's tall, broad. She wears all black leather. She has a scar over her left eye, which that eye is sort of a pasty color. Her hair is black as night, and her skin is sort of pale. Um, she's known as the ghost of the Eastern Seas,
Ooh, that's a good one.
and she walks out of this room onto the deck of the ship, and she sort of stops and sort of surveys everything, and she suddenly walks over to Kedek.
Okay.
She draws her sword, puts the blade to his throat, and says, Captain Silverblood, I presume. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Well, they noticed us.
Maybe.
So, yeah. All right. So that's where we're going to end tonight, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're going to go around, let everybody tell us who they are, where you can find them, who they play, or who they are, who they played, where you can find them, and what do you think's going to happen next session. We're going to go in reverse order. We're going to start with Wormslayer.
Hi, everybody. I am Old Wormslayer, and I was playing Gath Elfredi, aka Redbeard. And I think what will happen is we're probably going to end up in a fight,
Okay.
and it'll be Katarina's fault
What?
because she's a little protective of our captain.
Okay.
I was only there.
Anyways, you can find me a week from Thursday here for Reign of Vecna. and every other Monday here for WindRiders of Aria, and that's it.
Okay. Let's go on track.
Hey, I am Ontrak or MC Henry. You can find me at a lot of arcades, but you can also find me here every other week on Monday nights. I play with Gesselheim Productions as a keeper and a player. I play Monster of the Week Thursdays with Station Zero. I do a lot of charity one shots, and I am in clown school. And the next time I'm on screen, I will be an actual clown, not like in makeup, but
Huzzah!
graduating.
I love that.
Yeah.
What do you do? What is your plans with a clown degree?
I kind of just did it for grins and giggles, but I'm actually really enjoying it, and right now focusing mainly on the balloon art. Is the main thing I'm focusing on. But it's so much fun. It it's a bunch of ridiculous people, and like people you would never like think would be clowns, or just like they get up there and be silly with you. Um,
I
and I
love
don't
that.
know. Yeah,
I love
it was
that.
literally just did it for grins and giggles. I didn't really think it would be anything other than a fun way to spend some Sundays, but I'm really enjoying it.
I love that. Fantastic.
I didn't know
All
there
right.
was a degree for clowning around.
Yep. You have
I
to
love it.
register your makeup and your clown name, and do a background check and all that
That's
kind of
awesome.
stuff.
Do they
So,
still do it on eggs?
on what?
The makeup. Do they still do it on an egg?
I don't.
You
No,
don't
I
know?
haven't. I haven't done makeup on an egg.
No. They used to like trademark their persona, their face
Oh, I don't
on
think
an egg.
so.
Am I dreaming that?
Are you? I have no idea. That's not
We're gonna Google it when I get off
okay.
here because I swear to God, I thought that was a thing.
I
That's
mean, it
funny.
might be. Oh no, I know what you're talking about, but that's like a way up there level. That's um
That's above your
Okay.
pay grade.
that's above where I'm at. I might have an egg someday. I have heard them say that.
Okay. Cool. All right, Lisa, you're up.
Okay. Since I led us down that side tangent rabbit hole.
I know.
But it was interesting. I'm Lisa, D&D Winterwolf on Discord, Winterwolf for Leia on Twitch, because Twitch decided I didn't exist anymore and to start over. You can find me. I got to play Katarina, who's from East Haven, so this could be kind of dicey.
Yeah.
You can find me every Monday night here on Halfling Wizards channel, either on Windriders of Aria or Leia Origins, with Kel in Origins. Every other Wednesday on the Liminal Blink, but I think we might be taking a break. I haven't officially heard that, but there was some rumors. So if we're not there this Wednesday, that's why. And then every other Friday, including this Friday, on Celtic Wyvern King's channel for his Stargate campaign, which is a lot of fun. I think that we are going to end up being probationarily invited to possibly join the syndicate on a probationary level.
I like that. I like that thought process. That's
Yeah.
a very positive way of looking at the situation.
Hey, what do I know? I'm zoned out on the good meds downstairs.
That's true. You were like out. All right. All right. Kel.
Hey y'all, I'm Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King, who's got to play A, the Chief Engineer of the Starbreaker. You can find me every Monday here on Halfling Wizard Productions for either Windriders or Aria. like tonight, or Orlea Origins, where I get to play Kieran, the ASMR Bard, who got a special little toy to play with after last session during our guys' night session, as it ended up being.
Yeah,
Oh,
super fun.
oh yeah. You can also find me on my channel on Wednesdays for currently right now every other week my Theros 5e campaign, God's Challenge, which will be this Wednesday. Or on the opposite weeks, once we get the last two session zeros done on, or not even last two, once we get the last two players set up, we're just going to go and get going. Using the same system we just used tonight. Every other Thursday, you can find me back here again for Reign of Vecna. Play Meek, the Reborn Goliath Redemption Paladin. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, excuse me. Every other Friday, including this Friday, Lisa mentioned, you can also find me on my channel for my Stargate 5e campaign, where, yeah, there was some heavy stuff at the end of the last session. Oh.
Are y'all playing this Friday again, or
Yeah, last Friday was makeup. This Friday's normal schedule.
normal schedule? Okay, cool.
Even though Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. Opposite Fridays, once some things get squared away, you'll find me over on Dinner in the Game for whatever game we end up playing right now, because right now we're taking a break from Walking Dead. And as for I think it's going to happen, it's either A, oh God, we're all going to die, or B, hey, we're in the club.
Hey, we're in the club. I love that. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. And of course, I am Will, or the Halfling Wizard, and this is my channel, and I'm glad you're all here. And couple things real quick. One, our charity of the month right now is doing pretty well, actually. I think we're at $195 out of $500, so that's pretty darn good, and that is for the Freedom Service Dogs of America. And they are a great organization, not just a great organization, they're great people because I've had a pleasure of talking with them. But they basically provide veterans with service dogs. They get dogs, train them, and then they basically pair up a veteran and they give them a service dog. They're pretty amazing to help out our veterans who are in need of companionship that way. So if you feel the need and the desire and the want and the love, please give. Any amount helps. Our goal is to try to get to $500. I'll probably extend this one into March as well, because I really want to hit that $500 mark. So if you feel like donating, please do. You can also join our Patreon. We have a Patreon. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join our Discord if you've ever always wanted to run a one shot. We have that opportunity for people to come in and run one shots, whatever TTRPG you want to run. Check out our merch store. We have merchandise that is both show specific and channel specific. We've got some really fun stuff. A couple of our folks here, Kel, who you can't see right now, but his face is on a hoodie. It's Dino Daddy. He's our Dino Daddy because he ran a Jurassic Park one shot. So you should go check it out. It's pretty spectacular.
With Henry.
Yep.
Do what?
That was fun.
I said,
Oh
with
yeah, Henry plays that. Yeah, that's right. I have a mug. I don't have it with me right now because it's in the dishwasher, but it is my to-do list mug from that one shot. And it on the front, on one side, it has like a little sticky note, and it says 1, coffee, 2, don't get eaten by a dinosaur. And there's little dinosaurs on it, and it's cute. It's a big mug too. I love it. Yeah. So, am I missing anything? Probably. I miss all kinds of stuff. But yeah, come and check out our schedule of games. You can find it here on our Twitch channel. Check out our partners over at Surge, who is the actual platform in which this game is being played. So make sure you go check them out. Here, I'll flash their thing across here so people can see it. Because if you go to their website, you can get a free PDF of the Surge core rules. And you can kind of check it out and see, and go maybe play your own campaign.
It's fun. It's fun, y'all.
It is. It's a lot of fun. speaking of that, I have a project in the same. I'm building my own TTRPG system, and I have it out to a few people to get feedback from, and it's changing constantly, growing, getting better, and I'm super excited. One day I'm going to hopefully get a beta test going of it and see how it handles on the open road. But I'm going to get that feedback first and get all that taken care of. Yeah, I think that's everything. We're hang around. We're going to rate another awesome creator.
Did you
Um,
mention the Whizzies?
Oh, the Wizzies. Yes, the Wizzies we're in voting right now. So you can come over if you've joined our Discord and you've been following us and watching us. You can come over and in the contest area, you can go and vote for various creators in the Wizzies. And that's our annual awards that we'll give out on the channel in May, I believe is when I'm going to do them, or when we're going to do them is in May. So right now voting is open, so come and vote for your favorite creators. I think that's it. I said YouTube, Patreon, Surge. Check out our link. Merch. Monster of the Week campaign coming soon. That sort of thing. All right, I think that's it. All right, hang around with us while we rate another awesome creator. But until next time, you guys be good, and we love y'all. Bye, everybody.
Tiny robes he's wearing so fine, in the tavern sipping on wine, knows the secrets of the old halfling wizard never told. Mystic wand and a pointed hat, talks to people about this and that, sneaky tricks and a wink in his eye. Halfling wizard makes the hours fly. Oh, halfling wizard in the night, casting spells to the moonlight. He can talk and he can know, in his world the magic grows. Down the road in evening light, he'll engage you, that's his delight. Readers of the stars he seeks, in a crowd he's sure to speak.